York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Here's McDonald to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. Now it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14. Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, look at the juke. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Throwing is McDonald. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Out of the gun, McDonald. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First and 10, Taylor now. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
McDonald. Dancing to his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. At the 23-yard line. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second and 2. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And down to the 20. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Forced out to his left. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs, his 11th touchdown of the year, and the Bills have retaken the lead. A try here for the extra point, and that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season. So now,
well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Blankenship out for the point after. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Colts 14, Bills 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The rookie from Michigan, Kwity Paye, paying first-year dividends with a takedown there. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, that's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On play action, Allen rolling to his left. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with McDonald. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's McDonald. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. McDonald sets to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, McDonald buying time to his left. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Matthews makes the grab. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third down and 3 yards to go.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald. Open target. Here's Matthews. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll run on first down. Taylor. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. From the gun on 3rd down. McDonald. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think?
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Allen going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Allen off the play fake. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Looking to throw. McDonald forced out to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit. To throw on 2nd down. McDonald into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
At the 24-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On play action, Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, but it'll be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is caught. He hits more. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is McDonald. Out to his left. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 8. Here's McDonald to throw. Being chased out left. He's got Granson as tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Now a give to Taylor. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Second down, another run with Taylor. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. On the handoff, Taylor.
I'm going to show you, man.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
On first down, it's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season.